So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And don't worry, this is in the chunk boundary as well. Problem is, I don't think this quest guide actually says how to build it. If I remember correctly, though, the superheating elements go down here. Now, 78 is divisible by 3, and but not 4. But it's 2 away from 70. No, 76 is not divisible by 3 either. But then why would it need to be? I guess we're trying to account for the ports as well. The inputs and the outputs. And where am I going to put them? If I remember correctly, I think one of them goes in the bottom. One of them. Actually, no. There's 4 of them. Come to think of it, 4 of them. But if there are 4 of them, oh yeah, because they're inputting. They're accepting stuff from the reactor too. The superheated sodium, which should come out down. Would it come out down here, or would it come out up there? I don't know, but it would be the pressurized stuff that we'd accept in place of steam. Well, these reactor ports, the inputs are kind of interchangeable. So that would mean that, what would it mean? I can tell you this, it's easy enough to reroute this universal cable such that instead of coming out the side of the cube, it comes out the top and leaves more room. Oh, but wait. Yeah, it'll probably be a tight squeeze doing it like this. But it's easy enough to move one pipe, like, oh, it'd still end up interfering with the other pipe, never mind. I suppose I'll have to push it back a little, like 1 square. It would still be in the chunk that way. So, let me just deconstruct this. I'll put it back together 1 block behind where it was. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to take out some of these, move them. Now, I don't remember exactly how high the pressure dispersers go. I know they're not on the top. What were the ports again? Oh yeah, the ports. I think 2 of them are on the bottom and 2 of them are on the top, but I don't. But where exactly? I'd have to go based on, well, how many of each block there are. Like instead of the plan, for example, it's 5 by 5 by 9. And all its walls are structural glass. I estimate that it's, let's see, 21, which times 4 is 84, minus 4 is 80, and that quest contains 70. I don't know what that's happening now. That quest contains 78 structural glass. But that doesn't make sense either. Why would there be this? Okay, where are we? This is level 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. The pressure dispersers, in case you're curious, are going to go inside somewhere, but I can't think where they go exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Six, 7, 8. Oh wait, I forgot the top. The top of the reactor is glass, but the top of the reactor, but the top of this thing, I think, is solid. How many casings were there? 80. Yeah. But what does that mean exactly? So where was I? Oh yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, 8. So I'm going to add on this last one, which is 9. And then I should be able to complete sort of a framework. I think the last thing I'll put in will be the pressure dispersers. But where would they go in the structure? It's 4 and... well, that's the top part done. just put the inputs for wait. Arguably, steam comes out the top of this thing, and water goes in the bottom, and superheated sodium goes at the top, and water comes out the bottom, I think? No, it would... Water would come in from the turbine here, but it would be piped into... I'm not sure. Possibly the top of this thing. And then the steam would have to come out here. I don't know. In the guide for assembling the reactor, it did say that that you should make the water on the top, the steam on the bottom, to simplify the connection with the turbine. But the thermoelectric boiler puts things in a whole new frame. Now, if I remember correctly, and I'm not so sure I do, I think the pressure dispersers went here. It's not the middle, but it's nearby it. Then everything else was just your standard reactor frame. But then, see, I shouldn't have stuff left over like this. 2, 1. I mean, there's 2 here. But it's 2 blocks of it's 2 boiler casing blocks instead of 2 blocks of structural glass. Why is that? I must be missing a, oh yeah, I am. Here we go. Well, somehow that worked. I don't know how well it worked, but it did, or how well it's going to, but it did work. Which is to say, I was able to put it together without, and it formed this way. So whether I'll even use this thing or not remains to be seen, but at least I've got one just in case I want one. Why would I want one? Because, well, maybe I might want higher burn rates. Why do I have a lever in my hand? It's not the override switch, is it? What is this? Yeah. Polonium rat to pressurized reaction chamber. Anyway. So I walled that off. Now I guess I can wall this off too. I'm just doing this with all the spare odds and ends I've got. I suppose I can just sort of block this off too. It does look a bit thrown together, doesn't it? But that's how buildings sometimes end up. You have a main building, and then you get all these wings added onto it as time goes on. And eventually the place looks like a maze. There's this hospital where I used to live that was a lot like that. Well, as you can conclude, I did it. I walled off the reactor, the production line, everything, mostly. Now this is to the Twilight Forest portal, and this is the rest of, it's the entire reactor assembly. Yeah, there are only so many times you can swing at a phantom. I figured after I broke 130, enough was enough. This glass is for the daylight detector. And over here, the solar neutron activator. The part that receives the solar neutrons is functionally on the roof. However, I'm going to need fissile fuel. To make fissile fuel, I'm going to need, among other things, well, technically, sulfur. Let me just go down here for a second. You remember this teleport frame, right? Yeah, when I built that, I was hurting for power. It's still set for frequency 1. There just isn't a link. Alright, where'd it go? There was an entire nitro power cell. They just don't disappear. Well, I don't know what happened. Maybe I'll find it somewhere else. That's beside the point. At least right now it's beside the point. I suppose I could engage cheat mode and hack myself one. But whatever happened was illegitimate. Clearly this hack has more bugs in it than an anthill. So, you're probably wondering what exactly I'm up to. Well, first things first, I gotta find a, any old power cell, maybe even the ultimate energy cube. Because wherever it is I end up going, I'm going to need a, I'm going to need a power source for the digital miner. That's how I mined the sulfur the last time. Unless I just used it for a junction box. Well, I'm certainly not going to make an entire nitro power cell on my own from scratch. Anyway, what's this thing do? Well, whatever it does do, it doesn't really tell you. supposedly, or arguably, it's supposed to put you in a teleport you to a teleporter, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it this way, with it, by building another teleporter and the frame for it. Excuse me being a little bit rough, but losing 2 billion worth of energy and the means to store it has left me more than a little irked. Let me just clear off some space here. If you're wondering about the flowers I picked up by accident, I'll plant them later, probably somewhere along the way. So I have steel. I need this much of it, and this much glass for this many steel casings. What else do I need? Yeah, basic control circuit. Oh, and then I'm gonna have to make myself another, it's more ultimate alloy. Or atomic alloy. And for that, there. I can come back down here and get the lapis lazuli. So, first, here we go. These, enrich this, and load up the osmium compressor. I'll put the glowstone in there. Oh, and enrich this. And as for the diamonds, I can get 8 refined obsidian dust. It's really easy for the frame. And the rest, I mean, I only ever do need 2 units of atomic alloy. There we go. Well, that's taking a while. While it's running, I'll get the gold and lapis lazuli. Oh, and the 1 diamond. For the teleportation core, and finally the actual teleporter itself. I only wish I had a portable power source. Anything will do, really. Even a small one. But I don't remember what unless... Yeah, I better shut this. Oh my goodness, there it is. In fact, I think this might even account for when I talked about how certain Mekanism quests didn't seem to have rewards, that I never got the rewards. Well, I think I know what happened to them. Apparently, the pickup upgrade in my one backpack worked a little bit too well, and it grabbed it as soon as it came out. So instead of beaming the stuff directly to my inventory, it drops it on the ground and lets me pick it up. Well, that is certainly a relief to have that thing back. I guess I'll decide what to do with the speed upgrades later.